Yeah, the bigger issue is for me, how do we as a community go forward and begin to engage young black men who are police officers in our community from a positive standpoint at an early age, showing them that, number one, we can respect each other. And also me working with rank and file. I've worked with policy issues for quite some time with our chief, but now really it's time to address the rank and file where the real problems are. They don't really know me, they probably don't trust me, I want to know them personally. And talk about what we see in our community when we have police stops and what we do as individuals to increase the respect and also talk more and have more visibility with youth organizations that are going to have these kind of problems in their future. So we're looking at the big picture overall, but certainly the settlement, I think, will go a long way in saying, look, we do understand that something happened and that was wrong.
I mean, let's face it, we're completely opposite on this issue, but that shouldn't be big enough to keep us from talking. Specifically, we would like to be engaged with elementary and middle schools, have our police officers, or actually working police officers, come in and do things like be involved in school carnivals, those kind of activities. I understand, particularly in the African American community, there's a certain amount of distrust of police officers. They've heard the tragic stories growing up. What they didn't hear is that for every one of those stories, we've had hundreds of thousands of contacts with the African American community as police officers where everything went right. It's harder to distrust someone that you get to know. We want our members, our working cops, to go out to communities, neighborhood associations, schools, and let's have frank dialogue about those things that are concerns to the people we're talking to and concerns from the police officer about what we're afraid of when we enter into that community.
I'm talking about mostly informal kind of associations. For example, places like Rosewood Park or Givens Park, those gyms there where kids play ball all the time who've had problems, or midnight basketball. I speak to them on a regular basis. Those kids, when they see police officers, it's normally bad. We're talking about going in and maybe sponsor one of those tournaments and just meet the kids and give a speech to them. Like I meet those kids in Dove Springs and talk about those kids who don't really see police reaching out and tell them, what do you expect from me as a police officer? And have a mutual conversation.
A week ago Saturday, the police association went out to the Civil Rights Freedom Festival, and we were well received. We had some eyebrows raised when we first got there.
Well, you respect other people, they're going to respect you. But right now, based on the image of the union, I'm just telling you, you guys are viewed as bad guys. In the final analysis, I want to save lives. If one kid can see Wayne Benson as a human being and comply and tell his friends the same thing, then I'm doing my job. And I realize
we'll go into some areas where there's going to be a lot of resistance to us at first, but we don't want to be accused of not being there and trying to have a dialogue.
I think unlike most other people, we don't know what these guys really do until you talk to them. When you talk to them, you don't really see the hard Wayne Benson you see in the media every day. When you see these from a human standpoint, you say, okay, well, this guy's like I am too. He's got a lot of knowledge. I mean, a lot of very important knowledge, by the way, in terms of how to treat people. I think they need to hear him say that. That look, when I deal with people, I'm respectful.
If we can't talk to each other, how do we expect our police officers to talk to the community? So this just makes sense. Well, I don't know if we have any dates set. Have we talked about anything?
Well, on the 22nd of August, we've got an event at Walnut Creek. We have a back-to-school event at Walnut Creek, and we're going to invite Wayne out for that particular day.
Okay.
We did it last year, very well received. Seton Hospital, City of Boston. Yeah, things like that.